All right. So essentially, we started to put out beats act by act, in starting with beginning, inciting action, then going into what will become the middle, and then the end. So really, we found the best luck in going chronologically. Great. Because kind of...
Yes, we tried to streamline the first act so that we actually have everything we need in terms of locking the character in a specific place and having the promise, and then making sure that she cannot just go away. So
that'll also safeguard us against like the easy ending. There we go. Yeah, that's how we wanted to safeguard against the easy ending, just to know everything about the journey beforehand. So how we start, what the first picture that we see is Huli Jing, is we're calling her now. Huli Jing. Huli Jing
means
fox. Fox in Chinese.
Yes.
So Huli Jing.
What does it mean?
Female fox.
Yeah. Oh, that's good. She's female.
That's good. We see her inside the cages of Hong Kong. Then a man, we're calling him James for now, with a business suit enters the cages, and he's looking for someone. He stops when he sees Huli Jing.
Real quick, sorry to interrupt. These cages are all going to be shot here.
In studio.
Yes. So when he enters the cages, so we got to figure out.
It's actually already inside. We can have him already inside. We can have an exterior shot in Hong Kong, and then to establish the location.
But I mean, we're still going to need a hallway or something.
Yes.
Right. So we were planning on having the hallway kind of set up like an L shape, which comes into play a little bit later.
So it's just
Turns the corner.
Yeah.
tight quarters. Tight
Yes.
quarters.
So really just having
We're gonna
kind of
have to
three.
figure out how to-
We are not too concerned. We
I
are.
mean, the cages are going to be.
Yeah,
Exactly.
It's easy.
Okay.
Exactly. Then James tells Huli Jing that he needs her to find these tobacco deposits in Taiyou.
And he tells her that he can give her the money and a chance for a new life. But Huli Jing does not understand at all this conversation, does not know where these deposits are, and it's clear. But she still plays in, and she accepts the offer and the cut.
How does it? How do we know that it's clear that she doesn't know where it is? Because here's the deal: we don't need to know that. We can actually think
That she knows where it
that
is.
she knows where it is, and we find out later. So, because you don't want to do one of these like,
Right.
like,
Right.
oh, I don't really know, but I'm gonna play like I do. Just have her like, oh, great, yeah,
Yes.
sure, the deposits, yeah,
Absolutely.
tobacco deposits, great. And then when he goes, call up or something so we know that she. Yeah.
Or maybe we can push the fact that we understand that she doesn't know a little later.
Of course.
And
Yeah, yeah,
actually
yeah.
Make
gives
it a
her
surprise.
another.
I would have it be, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
So she accepts the offer, and he tells her that it's half the money now, half the money when they find the deposits. He then receives a phone call from his boss saying that he has found her. So we have this moment where we see him like, we've got the subject locked.
Do we ever see the boss?
We will.
We will.
And probably will shoot this if it's
Here.
Okay.
Okay.
So while he's on the phone call, she's been given her 50% now, she's accepted, and she tries to run away, which kind of brings us in the cages here where you see her run around the corner.
Does she pack her meager things and
She just takes the money and
tries to go. Maybe she can since they don't have a lot, maybe she can have already something that she grabs with, so that we understand that she has the money, she has half of the money, she has that.
And then she runs that into Hong Kong?
No.
Nope, she doesn't get past the cages
'Cause
until
he catches her, and he tells her that he's not the only one who's looking for her, and that she's gonna be better off if she stays with her, because other people will kill her.
Okay, go ahead, and then I've got this notes. Yeah.
She takes it, she goes. There's an opportunity here for a motivated exterior in Hong Kong, where she gets down 1 block, 2 blocks.
Yeah.
She's clear. Boom.
Yeah.
She runs into him. So that actor who plays James,
That's it, yeah.
has to be in Hong Kong.
yes.
Okay. Don't you think, Avery?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. I think at this point you need to take it out of the
Put it
out
in
of the
the-
cages.
You need to get out of the cages pretty quick.
Yeah.
So just because this is a really great start, but my concern is that you have a lot of dialogue telling what I need, which a lot of exposition. So before James comes in, we see her in the cage, but right now I don't know who she is. I know her situation. I know she lives in a cage, which is a lot of information, but I don't know anything about her. I don't know her hopes, her dreams, her wants. When she takes that money and runs, I don't know. I don't need to know everything, but what is one thing? And think about it. What is one thing that she did? A bad idea. Bad idea. Don't do this. She's in the cage by herself. I want to see that before he comes into her life, which is the inciting incident. I want to know what her life is like. Her living in a cage is not enough status quo for me. I want a little bit more. Does she see a picture of her dead parents? Bad idea, but we need something else.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying?
Here's another thing to
Yeah.
do. She's cooking some horrible instant ramen on a hot plate. James is in a fancy restaurant eating. Why are they linked? How are they linked?
Yeah.
So it's almost like you could almost do a split screen.
Like the Tracking Express that we were looking at
Yes, yes.
So
yesterday.
we're setting him up, we're setting
setting
her
her
up.
up.
He's not the boss, but he's
But
living a
he's-
good life in Hong
And here's the
Kong.
other thing, you can see him, this is where, because we really want to understand where the cages are. He is having that lunch
On
up
top.
in the
on top of
skyscraper.
her.
We follow him down and then they meet.
That's
So
also
it-
where VFX can help us.
Do you know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? We understand that they're in the skyscraper. Okay, so we just need to know a little bit about her, you know, some action, which cooking is.
But I think also to set him up before he comes.
Absolutely.
As opposed to this random
Yes.
guy in a suit.
Yeah.
We're setting up, wow, this guy, he's like this, people are coming, paying attention to him. Oh, hi, so
Yeah.
thank you for coming,
Yeah.
you know.
And the great thing to do about that is you can explore is that he's ordering fine wine and she's, you know, sharing her ramen with the
I
lady
love
next.
this idea.
Yeah.
Like another like lame trope that you don't want to do, but she shares her meager ramen with the old lady who has no food. Like that
Yeah.
shows this is something
Yeah.
we want to like. It doesn't have to be a save the
It
cat
creates
moment,
sympathy.
but it can
Absolutely.
be something like that.
Yeah.
So
And
then,
also we set up his status through that.
what?
We set up like his importance, his power
Yes.
through
Yeah.
that.
Yeah, but here's the thing. If she's sharing her bowl with, that means we're gonna have to cast here in Savannah.
Forget that. She doesn't share her bowl. We don't see
Well,
anybody
but I'm
else.
just saying,
Yeah.
even in the cages,
Yeah.
we are going to have to go and find
Yeah.
some
Yes.
Asian actors here in
Yeah.
Savannah
We were
who-
thinking, oh yeah.
who are gonna be in the cages.
Mainly actually doing silhouettes in the cages of people, like the way
Yeah,
the
but
lighting
some-
is.
some
I mean,
people
some,
are
yeah,
gonna
some
be-
of them we'll
Whatever,
see.
whatever. Or for the stand-in,
But
if
I
she
like
shares her
the
ramen.
fact that she does something
But
that
it's
we
something.
can, yeah,
Okay,
that,
so it's
that
really
can
the-
create
Empathy
empathy
create.
with it. Yeah.
So it's really the first. It's like to set up before he comes in.
Uh-huh.
So now he comes in, and I think that I think the beat is perfect.
Mm-hmm.
He sets out the call to action, and she can even say, it's interesting. A lot of times in the hero's journey, they say they reject the call to action.
Mm-hmm.
Not right now. It's interesting that she's like, okay, I'll do it. But is there any part of her that's like, I don't know who you are? Do you know what I'm saying?
I think that has to come as soon as she can't escape.
Okay.
As soon as she catches her
great,
up.
great.
Because her plan is, yes, I'll do it, and then she runs away. Then he catches her up, and then at that point, she needs to have that kind of.
I'm a little worried that scene might get a little expositional, but you know what? Just put a pin in it for now, and we'll look back once it's written. We'll sort of see
How much?
what we can do. We don't want to overwrite that scene.
I think you want this guy to be super nice,
Yeah.
super friendly.
Yeah.
He shows up and it's weird. He's in a suit and he wants to talk to her. That's weird.
Does he bring her? Does he bring her outside the cages to talk, like around the corner to talk?
Yes, that's
Does he
what
give her a cigarette? Not a cigarette.
Yeah, does he bring her a candy bar?
Yeah.
Does he bring
That's-
her?
it's
Does
like
he
a-
bring her a little gift? Like in China, you bring little
Yes.
gifts.
Yeah.
Does he bring her a little gift? Hi, I knew your dad.
Yeah, and I
Hey,
knew your
hey,
dad.
I'm so sorry for your loss.
Yeah.
Where's this going?
Yes.
I'm so sorry for your loss.
See, and I like because if he appeals to her, not like I need the tobacco things. I'm a friend of your dad. I just think of that Pulp Fiction thing where Christopher Walken's like, here's the
watch.
he's like, I knew your family, and then he says, can you help me? Can you help me with this? I'm a friend of your dad's. So then when she takes the money, we think she's bought into it, and then when she escapes, we know that she's smarter than he is, and we also know that he's smarter than she thinks
He's
she is.
Yeah.
So I like that. So he needs to. My point is, he needs to not come and just lay out the plot to her. He needs to have his objective of being hidden by another agenda.
I've got a 4:30. This is awesome.
I know,
Carry
yes.
on.
Goodbye.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank
dear.
you.
Thank you guys. Talk to you soon.
Yes.
So, but the beat in itself is perfect. Like, that's what has to happen right there.
Great.
It's just like the how. Okay, keep going.
Great.
Needs yeah, the two are out of the cages and they start the trip to
Yep.
Tayo. Then we postpone something that we had at the beginning, but I think that should be a revelation in the third act that their parents actually were the tobacco smugglers and that
Okay.
the fire that killed them was due to the tobacco. I
Okay.
think that could be a good revelation
That'd
for
be a great
her.
revelation. Then what mode? So does it make sense that he would say, "I know your family," or
And we don't know, and we hold off on that.
Yeah.
Like she doesn't know.
so she doesn't? So why would she say? So let me ask you. I'm just gonna play devil's advocate. Why I'm in the cages and I have no,
Yeah.
you know, I don't have any money, and some guy says, "Show me where the tobacco deposits are, and I'll give you $25,000." Would they be a little bit wary about this? Like, why does she think that he knows where? Doesn't he say your does he mention the parents in the setup?
I think maybe.
I think he should.
Or else why would he be targeting her?
Yeah,
Do you know
no,
what I mean?
he should say, "I knew your
Or
father."
maybe he could just have, yeah, like he could ask for her name. Is your father this person? Are you from Tayo?
Yeah.
We believe you
We've been
know.
looking for you.
We've been looking for
It's
you.
also another way that instead of just asking, does she have, you know, again, bad ideas? Does she have a tattoo? Is there something? Is there like, I've been looking for you? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And this is a great way to get some exposition out. I've been looking everywhere for you. I went to the university, or what, you know. And then she's just like, we get a sense that she went off the grid. That something that he was looking for her here and here, and that she's in a bad place.
Yes.
That he
Yeah.
was expecting her to be somewhere else. I think that could be interesting. Thank you.
Thank you.
But I like the idea that the parents were killed over the tobacco thing. I like that you hold off to that. Hold off on that.
He needs to expect. We can take this home.
If you want, yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Because that way we can keep working on it.
Great job. I love it.
So that's essentially kind of the inciting incident and going
Yes.
into then our second act.
I love that because then it's not just about plot, it's about these two people who are playing a cat and mouse game with each other. Right?
Exactly.
So we think, oh, nice man is giving this young woman money, help me, please, I know your family. And she's like, oh, okay. And we're like, don't fall for it, honey. And she's not. She's going to take off. But just when we think she's going to go, who's...
Which is also why we thought of the name Huli Jing, because that's exactly how
Fox.
Fox is.
Beautiful.
Like
Oh,
sly,
I'm sorry.
sly and beautiful.
Beautiful opening image of the cages. I mean, I think, and even if you end up doing an opening image of Hong Kong, and the idea of, you can also start with her in the cage and then show. But I
Yeah.
think this idea of opening and closing image of what you want to do.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
also like the W's idea of showing.
I think that's great.
That's great, showing the same
Especially
thing.
since this is now I'm sorry, this is a story, not just a young woman's journey to sort of face what it's about, the battle of wills between these two characters.
Yes,
So the more we can set them up,
the better it is.
The better.
So if they do like something simple like cooking and he's eating
Yeah.
in a nice restaurant
Yes.
and I think that's a really nice.
I think so too. And there's so many things because while they're talking, her stomach could growl, and she could, you know, be embarrassed about it. And then he offers her the candy bar. There's so many great things that you guys can explore.
Yeah.
Love it. Good job.
Awesome.
Thank you.
Keep
Thank
going,
you.
and I'll see you on Monday.
Yes.
And